We are here to do something that we've been doing for a long time now, which is give you a housing market update for the current moment in Florence, South Carolina. And real quick, before we jump into this, what is the value in this? If you are looking to buy or sell a home sooner than later, or if you are a current home seller that perhaps has been struggling to sell your home, or you just got into the market as a home seller, whatever the case may be, a current home seller, this is the kind of valuable information that you need to know. It is my opinion that amongst all the different things that get talked about in the home selling process, the home selling industry, this stuff is really where the rubber meets the road. And so it's my philosophy that an educated consumer is a good thing for everybody involved. And it really truly is the very helpful information that I think matters a whole lot in your home buying or selling process. And so with that said, let's jump right into it. Now, we are coming off of a year last year that around July, right around at the July 4th turn, it got very difficult for home sellers in particular. But here's where we are right now and where we've come from through the fourth quarter of last year. And you can see we are looking at Florence, South Carolina. It is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. And yes, if you would like these reports sent directly to your inbox, you can receive them for free just down in the comments or an email or a phone call. However you want to contact me, let me know, and I will get these to you so that you can keep up with this information for yourself. However, we've done it right here for you. The median list price in Florence is pretty stable to where it's typically been for years, which is around that $300,000 mark, just to give you an idea of where homes in our area sit as a median. But I don't really put as much stock into this metric. A lot of people like to see it, hear it, and there it is. What I think is more important are the ones that we're about to look at. First and foremost, the price per square foot, because this is going to give you an accurate gauge of what you can expect to pay or a baseline to project what your home is worth. Now, obviously, there are a lot of factors, but check this out. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. Average price per square foot. After that July 4th turn, there was a little dip. And we talked about that extensively last year. Those of us that were trying to buy or sell or in the business all saw it. And it kind of stayed down and hovered there. But now it started to climb back up. And you see that this is a high number over the last 5 years. So what does that mean? Home prices are increasing. They started to dip. They're coming back up. I will tell you, you probably expect to see this trend continue throughout 2026 as we move into the second and third quarter of the year before you'll see any kind of drop here. $150 a square foot. Now, just to dive a little bit deeper to help you understand your home's value, that number is across the board. All homes in Florence. If you segment the market, you'll see that the top three segments are all still around between 150 and 160. What are the top three segments? Seeing that the bottom segment is significantly lower, around 130. These are your market segments. This is how it's broke down on these analytics. Basically, if your home's probably valued, let's say around 225 and up, you can expect, obviously, condition matters, age matters. There are a variety of factors, finishes, all of those things, lot size. But the bottom line is, at least as a starting point for your own thinking, for your own projections, between 150 and 160, you can kind of start there to start to figure out what your home may be worth or what you're going to pay. But if you're in that bottom segment, which we'll just call it anything 180 or less, the average price per square foot is 130. Now, you got to understand this is a bit of an outlier because this is where most of your investment properties are living. So all that data gets tabulated in here. What is an investment property? A lot of times these are properties that are under some kind of distress. And I mean structurally, like there's some kind of major structural issues or work that needs to be done. These are usually rehab homes, that kind of thing. All of those, or most of those, are dumped into this segment. And so obviously the price per square foot is going to be lower on those because a lot of work needs to go into them to get them up to speed to their full potential. And so that's much lower. So hopefully that all makes sense. There's your price per square foot. This is what homes are costing currently in Florence. Next big thing that I like to look at that I think is very important for consumers to know, particularly sellers, is the average days on market. And you can see since that July 4th turn, the average days on market shot way up, which is not atypical. Last year or year before last, July, same thing. 2022, same thing. You go into the third, particularly the fourth quarter, homes sit longer because people aren't buying homes. So we have seen that. However, the homes are sitting longer now than they have in a couple of years, as you can see. we do expect this number to start coming down. But right now, across the board, the average days on market, 114 days on a 90-day average across Florence. However, another big one that I talk about a lot is the properties that are decreasing their price, meaning you list your home at a certain price, it does not sell, you do not get an acceptable offer, and so you reduce the price. Again, around June, July, that number started to go up, which was a little bit early for this metric if you were to go through this chart and look, but it did start to come down around the turn of the fourth quarter. There was obviously a Fed meeting and things started to actually pick up a little bit, which was a little unusual for the fourth quarter, which was great for people in my field because after a rough third quarter, some people were able to kind of finish the year pretty well. Say it that way. So that number has come down. I would expect to see that trend to continue. It may wax and wane a little bit, but that should continue to drop as well. We'd like to see that down at or below 30%. Right now, you can see on a 90-day average, 37%. And finally, why was a lot of this happening? Look at these inventory numbers. By the fourth quarter of last year, we had inventory numbers that were higher than they'd been in 5 years, as you can see. This is why a lot of you home sellers that came in, say, around August, maybe even July, had trouble selling your home and maybe were not even able to sell it last year because you were competing with more inventory than there had been in a very long time. Now, as you can see, that number started to drop. Multiple reasons for that. Obviously, going in the fourth quarter, not as many people are listing their homes because they know, based on things we've looked at earlier, right, that that's not the best time to sell a home. And I even had clients I'm working with that we made similar decisions in that regard. But the bottom line is, I think the inventory in Florence will continue to be higher than it has been when you go back and look, over the past few years. There's a lot of construction being built, all that kind of stuff. By the way, these reports do not even include new construction. Just keep that in mind as well. But I think that number will stabilize out a bit. And the reason being is because we are hoping coming into 2026 now that what we saw in the fourth quarter of last year will be a precedent that will continue and strengthen as we move into the more active quarters anyways in the second and third of this year. Particularly the third, we would anticipate, a lot of people anticipate and hope certainly that the third quarter is a lot stronger than it was last year. But even the second quarter, we're believing that we should start to see a lot of activity coming into March, April, May of this year, and that should balance out those inventory numbers a little bit. This will be good news for sellers, meaning that you can get in. There will be healthy competition for sure, but hopefully there will be a robust market of buyers that are interested in your home. So there you have it. I tried to keep this short and sweet. I feel like I still made it longer than I really wanted to, but I really do think this is the information that matters. These reports are free. This content is free. And whether you were to say, Sam, I want to hire you as my realtor or not, I feel like this is important information to give to our community is helpful. And so this helps you have a good working relationship with your realtor, no matter who they are, so that you can be a bit educated in terms of the numbers. And so a lot of times we focus on how to set the house up to take good photos and curb appeal, those kind of things. And they do matter. They do. Those are important things. But like I said, this is really where the rubber meets the road. These are the conversations that a lot of times realtors on the other side of the transaction, particularly buyers with their agents, I know this is the stuff I'm discussing with mine, is where should this home be priced? How does the price that this seller and agent came up with fit in terms of where our market is at? Are they overpriced? Are they underpriced? This is the most critical data in terms of our decision making when it comes to the amount of dollars that are either being asked for, negotiated, or spent. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you find it helpful. If you do, definitely please give it a like because that helps out a lot in the algorithm. And I certainly do appreciate it. So there y'all have it. Happy 2026 to y'all. I hope that y'all have a very successful year in whatever your real estate venture may be this year. As always, my contact information is available as we just saw. And so if you would like to go more in depth with any of this when it comes to the buy or sell of your next home, absolutely give me a call. I would love to speak with you about it. And we will try to get these out to you at least monthly to keep you up to date because as you could see, the housing market is cyclical and it flows, and sometimes random variables can be entered into the equation and cause things to change. And so this helps keep you up to speed with what's going on so that you can make informed decisions. As always, I love and appreciate y'all. God willing, we'll see you on the next one.